You stayed for the whole game? Sorry. Hi, Martine.
Hi, Kots. Seems like we ask you pretty frequently about the bullpen and how they're able to kind of come in and do this. Tonight it seems like kind of the formula again with the home runs and the bullpen. Just what do you think of that kind of showing through again tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we have been on a pretty good run with in terms of just the bullpen, the way they've thrown the ball. We've ridden them pretty good. Again, you go back to a mid reliever in Spence that's just able to manage a game for us. Come in the fifth inning, throw two quality innings, or three quality innings. Really, just you can't talk about the job he's done really. So again, getting the ball to the back end to Ursig and Miller, adding on in a game, which we talked about. We did 2 nights in a row from an offensive standpoint, and the home run again, plays a big part in our offense.
Blade, 2 homers, obviously the second one coming off a lefty. I think he only had like 2 hits coming into the day against lefties. What do you think just of his at-bats today?
Yeah, great at-bats. Really carried the offense, right? 3 RBIs. He's really honing in a great approach. You can see him, just becoming just a better hitter. And that's the maturation process that we're looking for. Obviously it's great sign this early in the season to see that from him, especially the time that he missed last year. Really against that left-hander to take that type of swing on a sinker coming down and in, and to keep the barrel going forward and hit it in the air to, just right of center field says something about his swing and his approach.
Talking about great sign, Noda has been struggling. What do you think about those 2 vicious line drives to right field?
Yeah, obviously those are good signs for Ryan. Both balls were hit probably with a little bit of topspin, which ended up hurting him a little bit with it not being able to carry with the backspin that he's looking for. But good sign, 2 solid contacts, good at bats, so that's positive.
I spoke to him before the game, and he sounded like he was trying to go back to what he originally was working with heading into spring. Do you have any assessment about his approach? Is he switching things up or going back to what he used to do?
I didn't get a chance to check in with the hitting coaches, so they're really engaged with Ryan, obviously, and I'll end up having that conversation with him. But obviously, he's swung the bat tonight aggressively and put 2 good swings on a couple pitches.
Seems like Hernandez is getting some good at bats as well. What have you noticed for with him at the plate?
Oh, just Darryl just seems a little bit more comfortable. I think he's got his feet on the ground. Anytime we talked about this, a young player, for the first time gets here to the big leagues, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of pressure. And I think just sending him back down and seeing him come back, there's just a little bit more of a relaxed Darryl that is helping him in his performance.
Mark, considering this nice role that the bullpen's on and the experienced rotation you have, seems like defense should be at a premium. I know sometimes that hasn't necessarily been the case this season. What did you think about the defensive effort tonight and maybe how things are shaping up a little bit defensively?
Yeah, a couple great plays in the outfield, right? You talk about Seth Brown. You can get me on a tangent about outfield play because you just don't see outfielders go into walls anymore. You don't see them go and once they hit the track, generally pull up. But Seth gave himself up there in a play where you're going full speed backwards into the wall, which says a lot about Seth. The play to the line, full speed, getting to that ball. Those are big outs. Those are really big outs. And then Lawrence's line drive, that ball, I know what happened because I've been out there in right field, went dead in the lights. And for him to get the glove there, another big play. So defensively, we talked about it the other day. Since that Boston game where we made 5 errors in a game, we've played really good defense. And if you erase the first week of the season, I think we've played exceptional defense.
Mark, that kind of along those lines. Just you guys are doing a little bit of everything right now to get on a nice roll. How much does each game where it's a clean game and pitching and defense and big hits give you momentum for the next day to keep rolling?
Yeah, it absolutely does. It builds confidence. It gives you momentum. When you play good baseball, it's contagious throughout. Just the same as hitting. It's contagious, and guys start feeding off each other. It almost seems as if the bullpen right now it's they're trying to outdo each other. So that's a good sign. It's something we've missed around here for a little while, but the goal is to continue to just come prepared every day to win a game and just keep preparing, keep working to get better.
Considering the amount of pitches he threw and the amount of base runners that he had, Wood did well to get out of those 4 innings with 2 runs. But it's still not exactly what you expect from him in terms of low pitch count and quick innings and that sort of thing. What do you think he needs to do to get back on track?
There's a little bit of command, that isn't there for Alex right now. This is, I don't have the data in front of me to tell me how many starts he made last season, how many innings he pitched, but he's a veteran. He's somebody that you have confidence in managing games like he did tonight. There wasn't a lot of early count swings, and he was into the at-bats 3, 4, 5 pitches deep, which might have been their game plan, and it was effective, But Alex grinded and gave us 4 innings of what we needed to get the ball over to the bullpen and keep the game close.